5 scumbags thieves with alleged mob ties got busted in June 2023 for snatching bling worth a whopping $2 million in broad daylight, holding up some fancy jewelry stores in Manhattan called Baco Jewels. So we got these guys: Frank DiPietro, Vincent Spagnuolo, Michael Selleck, Vincent Serchio, and Samuel Soar. Apparently, they're all connected to the Lucchese and Genovese crime families, according to the NYPD. These dudes are facing charges for 2 robberies. The first one went down in January 2023 in Midtown, and the other happened on May 20th, 2023, in Lower Manhattan. These criminals really had their hands full, huh? Now let's talk about the jewelry itself. We're talking about Baco Jewels, located on Madison Avenue and East 61st Street. This place is no joke. Celebs like Beyoncé and Rihanna rock their jewels. In fact, at Beyoncé's post-Oscars party, Rihanna flaunted a staggering $2.6 million worth of diamonds from Baco Jewels. Talk about fancy. Now here's the messed up part. Normally, you need an appointment and a credit check to get into Baco Jewels' penthouse. But guess what? These geniuses decided to rock construction outfits and force their way in, while the Baco workers were busy loading up the ground floor display case. Talk about audacious. According to the prosecutors, 4 of the dudes, DiPietro, Serchio, Spagnuolo, and Selleck, managed to swipe 3 diamond pieces during the January 3rd, 2023 heist. We're talking about a freaking 73-carat necklace, a 6-carat ring, and a 17-carat pair of earrings, people. These guys were on a bling rampage. Let me give you a visual. DiPietro, who likes to be called Frankie the Fish, pointed his gun at an employee and demanded, "Give it to me." Meanwhile, Selleck told another worker to turn around and get in the closet. Can you believe the nerve of these guys? Oh, and get this. They even stole a getaway car that morning and switched out the license plate like it was nothing. These guys had been scoping out the joint the day before the heist. Talk about planning ahead. But the madness didn't stop there. On May 20th, DiPietro and Selleck, still rocking those construction clothes, hit up a jewelry store on Elizabeth Street. Selleck pulled out his gun, told the employees to hit the ground, while DiPietro grabbed all the shiny stuff. They hopped into a car driven by Samuel Soar, who was also dressed as a construction worker. Then, they switched to another car driven by Spagnuolo, a 65-year-old dude from Monmouth Beach, New Jersey. These guys were like a criminal version of a pit crew, swapping license plates like pros. The cops started chasing one of the cars after someone at Baco Jewelry Store in Lower Manhattan called 911. But guess what? The driver ditched the car on Montgomery Street in the Lower East Side and ran off like a scared little bunny. What a bunch of cowards. Now let's talk charges. These 5 alleged clowns thieves criminals are facing conspiracy, robbery, and brandishing of firearm charges related to a violent crime. If convicted on the most severe count, they could end up rotting in jail for up to 20 years. Good riddance. Apparently, these defendants are all connected to the Lucchese and Genovese crime families. According to the NYPD Chief of Detect James Essig, DiPietro, the ringleader of this motley crew, has quite the rap sheet with 12 previous arrests, including charges for racketeering and even murder back in 1998. Talk about a real winner, huh? And let's not forget about Selleck, the old-timer of the group. This guy has been in and out of trouble for ages, with a whopping 23 prior arrests, primarily for bank robberies dating all the way back to the disco era of the 1970s. Clearly, this dude has a thing for unlawful withdrawals. As for Spagnuolo, he's got 6 previous busts on his record, including a fatal shooting in Manhattan way back in 1986. What a stand-up guy, right? And let's not overlook Serchio, who has his fair share of priors for conspiracy. These guys sure know how to make themselves at home in the world of crime. According to Manhattan U.S. Attorney Damian Williams, these 5 goons pulled off some audacious and dangerous robberies, snatching about $2 million worth of jewelry at gunpoint. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Damian Williams ain't mincing words, folks. But hey, the evidence against these alleged clowns? Thieves' criminals isn't just limited to the store's security cameras. Oh no, the police have got it all. They've got images of these clowns criminals getting dressed nearby in their construction gear, making their way to the crime scenes. They even have phone records linking several of the suspects to each other before, during, and after the heists. Talk about leaving a digital breadcrumb trail, you morons. After the arrests this morning, these dimwits were hauled into federal court, where they're facing armed robbery conspiracy charges. And just so you know, the second jewelry heist went down downtown along Elizabeth Street. Can't say these guys didn't get around, huh? Of course, the defense lawyers for these sorry excuses for human beings are already mouthing off. DiPietro's lawyer, Matthew Mari, had the audacity to claim that law enforcement was desperate and just rounding up the usual suspects. Yeah, sure, buddy. Keep dreaming. And Selleck's lawyer, Gerald McMahon, had the nerve to say it's all a case of mistaken identity. According to him, Selleck was too busy painting bridges to pull off a jewelry heist on Madison Avenue. Give me a break. These lawyers will say anything to save their scumbag clients. So there you have it, folks. These scumbags thought they were slick, but justice caught up to them. They thought they could rob and intimidate their way to easy riches. Well, now they'll get a taste of their own medicine. The streets of Manhattan are a little safer with these lowlifes behind bars. Good riddance. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Click the like button